Good evening, everybody. So, as I always say, I hope y'all had a terrific Sunday. Subscribe down there. Y'all see the title right up there. The thumbnail going to be real funky. And as I know, it's about Maxine water going buck wild. Speaking things that I heard her say over years and years and years. Like I am one of them. I am a photographer, state employee, and look, see, it's like we got councilman office, the LASA office, uh, small business bureau stuff I've been going through lately. Or worked around, and we don't even want to talk about the homeless administration, LASA. So to make a long story short, man. These representatives, I've been like knowing these people since coming up out of high school. These long terms that they've been, decade after decade after decade. So it's like, is our voting habits is really this tarnished? So let's check out something. I discovered the video yesterday, but things was pumping so fast that I had to slow down for a minute and let's get this part out the way, because the Couture family, they revealed it to me first. And when I seen it, man, it blew me away. And then they talking about inciting civil war. So we're going to look at what she incited first. And when y'all see this, y'all gonna trip, because it's almost like, is we in like a fantasy land or something? So
who were waiting for their checks are not going to get them. When that happens, what does Trump
let me
expect?
back this up.
Oh, I believe he expects violence.
See, he expect violence. Go to it. Like every script that I seen her do was something of this
against
nature.
Trump. But her remarks have MAGA accusing her of fomenting violence. Listen.
I'm worried that Trump is on the edge of creating a civil war.
Wow.
He alluded to it more than once.
When?
He alluded to the fact that if he did not get reelected, that there could be a civil war. Now, this...
See, did you hear what those young guys said? Those young guys said, when. See, that's the key phrase. When did he allude to it? Where's the receipt? Let me show y'all some more. Let me show y'all some more real quick. This is gonna crack y'all up. Y'all gonna be like, whoa, boy, what you doing over there, MC? And this part cracks me up when is this news station? Because
Anti-Trump chaos agents, storming buildings and violently damaging Teslas. Senior advisor to President Trump, Elon Musk, says he's received death threats because he wants to downsize the federal government. But according to California Democrat Maxine Waters, President Trump is the one who wants to incite violence and start a war. Here she is.
I'm worried that Trump is on the edge of creating a civil war. He alluded to it more than once. He alluded to the fact that if he did not get reelected, that there could be a civil war. What does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence. I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war.
So, in other words, it seems like her only job has been for decade after decade is to spook the community out, that it can be a race war or all these shenanigans jumped off year after year. Vote for me. Keep crime off the street, and stop shooting and killing young boys, and man, it just been like a whole lot of race hustling, fear mongering, and it is just a trip because I want to. Can you just imagine? On my thumbnail, y'all see me with for bastard. Even in that state, not even watching the news and out there back in the day, I was even still hearing different portions of the news, even though I only had a few stations living in that back room. But man, this is year after year. And when I came and started taking pictures, it seemed like every time someone from the left came out, it was always based on fear. It was no matter what the issue is about, we're going to let all these people from out of jail. And then they made it look like, so I'm in the meeting. When y'all say a lot of people out of jail at one meeting, be mindful that they're all not black and that they're all not men, and some of them are going to be women. And then you should have seen how that meeting was like, huh? So is we going to be there for them if they need mental health or wellness or recovery stuff. So these are the kind of things, and that's how I end up bumping heads and being in the rooms with these individuals by going to Brown Act meetings, town halls, and stuff of that nature. But wait a minute, I got a cold clip for y'all because let's see if she's talking about some stuff that's really going on. See? And then we're gonna check right here first. Do y'all hear that voice? Do y'all hear that voice? But what I'm gonna do this part. This the part that I'm finna do. See, this is from 7 years ago. Then the voice y'all heard right there was 1 year ago. This is MSNBC. And I want y'all to see something. Do I got it in the room? Let me get this right here. Like this. Like that. Like this.
Now, there's a radio interview that's playing out today on Sirius XM. It was a sit-down with the Washington Examiner. And this is what the president had to say about
Do y'all
one of
see
his
them?
heroes,
These people
whose
talking.
portrait is now up in the Oval Office, Andrew Jackson.
I said, when was Andrew Jackson? It was 1828. That's a long time ago. They love Andrew Jackson in tennis.
Yeah, he's a fascinating.
I mean, had Andrew Jackson been a little bit later, you wouldn't have had the Civil War. He was a very tough person, but he had a big heart, and he was really angry that he saw what was happening with regard to the Civil War. He said, there's no reason for this.
I think.
So what I was alluding to right there is this. Do y'all see Trump lips move, or do you see their lips move? Let's check out something else real quick. And feel free, this is fair use. Go and check out those news stations, but check out this real quick. Now, this is going to trip y'all out.
The Civil War was so fascinating, so horrible, but so fascinating. It was, I don't know, it was just different. I just find it, I'm so attracted to seeing it. So many mistakes were made. See, there was something I think could have been negotiated, to be honest with you. I think you could have negotiated that. All the people died. So many people died. That was the disaster. If you got hit by a bullet in the leg, you were essentially going to die or lose the leg. That's why you had so many people, no legs, no arms. If you got hit in the arm or the leg, it meant you were up because the infection, gangrene. It was just such a, sort of a horrible time. But I was thinking to myself, because I was reading something, and I said, this is something that could have been negotiated, It was just for.
So I showed that for a reason, and I stopped there for a reason. Did you hear what Trump said, and was his lips moving? he said like, wow, this is really something that, it really could have been negotiated, right? But now let's look at where is the negotiation when it comes down to things that we want. And then, so it seems like every year, 4 years, whatever these terms are, a lot of them being these terms and these positions forever. And then I'll be looking around the city, even when I had 8 years out there being on alcohol and drugs, I was like, man, we have all these thousands and millions of people right in our state, all these colleges, and ain't nobody up for running against each other. Is everybody in cahoots, or do you have to do something to be like in the lane to come out there? And is the script really? Man, the script is cold because a lot of people don't be buying the script. A few people is waking up. A few people are not, but man, the script is always the same. Let's help out the low-income community. The water be bad on one end of the town. They don't never. It's never no crisis, emergency to the chief of police, like, the following of different commands and stuff. So everything just be so catastrophe, or it's like we're dealing with trauma at a magnitude that no one can believe. People are scared to go outside, but yet people are outside. Someone will paint over murals and graffitis, and then the whole script will be changed. We don't even know. It's probably, I don't know. But just to make a long story short, let's see why is so many people totally upset, because you heard what Trump said. His lips was moving in there. That clip has more that meets the eye. So, let's listen to some more of it. Yeah, fair you.
All those people to die, and they died viciously. That was a vicious war. And in many ways, look, they're all this, nothing nice about it, but boy, that was a tough one for our country. But I think it's, Abraham Lincoln. Of course, if you negotiated it, you probably wouldn't even know who Abraham Lincoln was.
So it seems like he's talking from like, he's really having a conversation. He's really in the cub neck. And then what? It's real easy to take that video and start chopping up different segments of it. It's just real easy. Or you can do like that first clip. Just have the old school radio shot and typed up flyers and and stuff, and say, wow. So that's what he's doing. Oh, and that was from 7 years ago. So the same script been going and going and going and going on. See. But now let's look at how woke that in what lane that we quietly be coddled and carried over without even know what's going on. And this clip right here might really kind of rather spook you out on. Wait a minute. They don't want me to get to stuff now, but I'll find it because I got it down here. Trip off of this one. This is the one that's going to crack you up. Soon as you see the white letters at the bottom, y'all going to say, oh my God. Because by having it print like that, that's rather like a subliminal message. Rep, Maxine Water. If we can't protect the children, we can't protect anybody. Wow. So let's check out this one. Ready? Here we go.
If we can't protect the children, we can't protect anybody. If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Now, is that a rally, or is that inciting or fomenting things? This is what I'm talking about. That's what's going on. That looked like it was over there, and I can tell y'all where it was by my photographer eyes. Echo Park. I guarantee you it was somewhere over there by Echo Park. That location with those zigzaggedy freeways. But did you trip off of what was said? Did you hear it? Just fair use. Let's listen and see exactly what was said. Let's blame. The blame game in the script goes like, look at him, look at her, what they're doing. Let's block off streets, this, that, and other, and do this organizing protest. What it is not to, it's to ignite. So watch out for the pump fake to ignite us to get out there in the streets and start cutting up and be catastrophized with these extreme chaos agents, ideologies. And look, if we can't protect our children, who can we protect? Do y'all see what that script was really about? This is what it was about. If we can't protect our children, who could we really protect? Watch this.
The people are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them until they decide that they're going to tell the president, no, I can't hang with you.
Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S.
Our issue is strong borders, no crime. Their issue is open borders. Let MS-13 all over our country. That's what's going to happen if you listen to them.
So that's basically what that was, because, man, that's a short video. See this, but this.
If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
I mean, so now I'm supposed to go out there and I'm supposed to intimidate human beings. So, man, that's all really what I just wanted to show y'all. Look. But trip off of this. Look at all, man. Let me back this up. Ever since that happened, then you got to look at this. What I want y'all to see is this. Look at that. Positively nuts. Torch for a new accusation. Representative Trump administration tells them they're not welcome. Under scrutiny for urging supporters to confront Trump. See? And that's what that was 6 years ago. This one, Representative supporting Department of Peace bills in. Lawmakers accuse Representative Trump of intimidating jurors. So, and then this one right here, Maxine Waters, transgender youth increased risk of violence. So, and y'all remember that other clip I showed y'all. But now, we're going to take it a little bit further if I can find this other clip. A little bit further, see? Maxine, why the transgender youth at risk of violence. And that's all the stuff I read earlier. So evidently, these are the titles. So that's why the pull over at the witness, LAUSD deputies stopped the black man. So this is from years and years of working in this sort of lane. But now, let me see if I can catch this up because we're at the 20-minute mark and maybe that's enough.